Hey everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Ladies Night. How you guys doing? I see some people in the house. Hey Shanita. Hey Ayana. Hey Miss Fifi. Hey guys. welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just waiting to make sure that all my guests are in the house and then we're going to get started. But how are you guys doing? How's everything going? And I'm just going to start trying to pull up my YouTube on my laptop so I can see everybody's comments. So let me just do that real quick. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you all being here. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, so Nia's here. Hey, boo. Hey. Oh, wait, you've been here. Sorry. I got 8 wonderful people in the house. Hey, Miss Clara. Hey. Hey, Anderson family. Welcome. Okay. I'm just waiting on one more guest, and then we are going to get started with Ladies Night. How are you ladies doing tonight? I hope you're all doing good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Anderson family. Oh, thank you, Miss Clara. You guys are so sweet. Honestly, I appreciate y'all. If you guys can share me out, please share me out. Let's try and get as many ladies in here as possible. I have some funny feelings that some men may pass by as well, but they're always welcome. You know, even though tonight's mainly for the ladies. I'm glad you guys are all saying hey. Okay, let me see, because we always have issues. So I'm going to try and invite guests. And then I'm going to try and bring them into the chat. Okay. Paste. Okay, can my guests click on the link? I have dropped the link, so you guys should be able to just click on it, and hopefully I can hear you when you come in. And I'm looking out for you guys. Guys, I have some exciting things coming up. I'm so excited about, and I can't wait to tell you guys. I'm just giving it a few more minutes to see if some other people come in here. And obviously for my guests to all be here and ready to go, to rock and roll. But I hope everybody has their wine, you know. It's not a Vanessa. Well, it's not a Candidly V show without the wine or without a drink. So thank you, Shanita, for sharing me out. Thank you, Nia, for sharing me out. I appreciate you both. Wonderful ladies. Hey, Zaya. I can see your comment now, Ayana. If you said anything before apart from hi, I could not see it. So I don't know what happened. You know, YouTube be bugging sometimes. Sometimes YouTube be bugging. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Are my guests ready? Did you guys click on the link? Can you guys see my link?
Toddler chasers, horse wranglers.
Can you guys see the link?
And multitasking actresses like me all use Nexplanons.
I'm looking.
You know, the person who's holding
Saya, hey Saya. I don't know. Am I not getting all the messages? I don't know.
It's one of the most effective birth controls available. Nexplanon lasts.
Oh, thank you, Ayana. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I try and make an effort for you ladies. I try. I really, really do try. I feel like every other live that I do is going to be me chilling and kind of down. But for my Thursday night lives, I try to dress up a little bit and make a little bit of an effort so it looks a little better on camera. But thank you, hun. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Awesome ladies. Hey, Modest. Hey, welcome, boo. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Modest, if you can share me out, please do. Please share me out. Let's get some more ladies in the house. Zaya said, how was your day, Auntie Ayana? And she said, hey, Modest. Hey. Okay, we got 12 wonderful people in the house. Wonderful, wonderful. Guys, okay, so I have one guest that's here. Shanita Marie Randomly.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
I can hear you. This is wonderful. I hope it doesn't change as the night goes on.
Right.
Because you know,
Wait.
y'all be messing up sometimes.
You know, because it does the most.
Seriously.
It does the absolute most.
And it's really strange because on my phone, the comments aren't actually updating. I don't know what's going on, but it's not updating. So I don't know. So Nia, are you able to click on the link? Thank you, Miss Clara. Thank you, Modest. Thank you both for sharing me out. You two are wonderful, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get my angle right because it's
Get your angle
different.
right, honey. Get your angle right. It's okay. Okay, so
Hi,
we have
everyone
11 wonderful
who's
people in the
here.
house. So I figured I would start by oh, she said, Mother says she can hear you. Mother says she can hear you, so that's good. So guys, I wanted to start today off by just giving you guys some quick announcements and some interesting stuff that I'm starting and I'm going to do. So as you guys already know, I do the playlist of the week by people that have been supporting me and have been following me and have been coming to my show every single week. So I am picking this week. We gonna pick Miss Modest Nation. So Modest, I know you don't need it because you are basically monetized. Well, you are monetized now. I know you don't need it, but still, I want to still keep giving you views. I still want to thank you so much for supporting me and being on this journey with me. I really appreciate you, ladies. So Modest, you are the winner of the playlist for this week. Thank you so much. Thank you. She said, "What Modest win?" I don't know why my phone is not updating. Okay. I like to be here. I can stream. Hey, let me get it. Hey! Oh, that's so pretty! Oh, thank you. Look at my beautiful ladies in the house. I am so happy. Y'all look wonderful, guys. Y'all look beautiful. Okay, so playlist selection of the week goes to Modest this week. So thank you so much, Modest, for being a supporter and coming every single week. I really, really do appreciate and love you. So thank you so much. Guys, I also have decided that I think I want to do a special show once a month. So it's not going to be every week. It's going to be once a month. And the people that I selected to play their playlist in that month, I want to do a content creator appreciation show. So with that, what's going to happen on that show is hopefully I can get the content creators that I've picked to agree to come onto the show to talk about their content, and we're going to showcase some of their content so you guys can see and get to know other content creators as well. You know, I'm all about trying to give back and spread love and to support us all as much as I possibly can. So this is my way of thinking that I can help and support and let you guys grow with more supporters. So that's what I'm going to start doing. It's going to be once a month. It will be on a Sunday evening, and it's going to be the content appreciation show. So that's what I'm going to do once a month. That's my new thing. New update, guys. New update. Okay. And also from the last live, I was asked to start an accountability group on Instagram. I have started it, guys. There is about 8 wonderful creators that are in the group. If anybody else wants to join, they are more than welcome to join. I'm hoping that I can get them a bit more active in the group. But if not, I'm still here to share knowledge and to help and to support and to give you guys as much knowledge that I know, because I go to other people's lives, guys, and I educate myself on YouTube all the time. So I just share what I know or what I've learned. So if anybody wants to join that, then please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at candidly_V. So it's exactly what you see on the screen, except there is an underscore in there as well, in between the candidly and the V. And then
Modest.
also, I want to do a quick shout out to everyone that got monetized this week. Woo! People that I know got monetized. I just want to shout out to Jeannie Mensa. She's got her monetization party tomorrow, guys. So if you guys can go, please go and support her. She works so hard to get to this point, and she continues to work extremely hard for a lot of content creators. So we just want to say thank you. We appreciate all the hard work, and it's amazing. And I am so happy that you are finally monetized. Then also I want to say congratulations to It's Ayana's World. She got monetized.
Yes,
Yes.
congratulations.
Woo! I love seeing women win. Oh my God.
Yes.
She had her monetization party today. So unfortunately, if you missed it, then please go and watch the playback, because I'm sure she's still going to have it maybe in her playlist, or it's still definitely going to be on her page. So go and help. And she gave you some gems on how she managed to get monetized. So definitely go and check that out. And then also, Modest Nation, honey, congratulations once again for getting monetized. I appreciate you. I love you. And congratulations. I can't wait to see what you guys do next, man. I'm so happy. One thing I love to do, and that's why it's all about the ladies tonight, I just love to show appreciation and gratitude to the women that work hard on here, and just to spread the love, and for other people to know that may not know you guys, but for them to also know, and for them to go and check you out. I really would like us all to try and spread the love and figure out how we all can get monetized. But honestly, I just want to say thank you guys so much, and congratulations for overcoming that first hurdle. I know you still got a lot more to go, but you overcame the first hurdle, and that's all that matters. Okay. Hey, Donnie.
Thank you, Don.
TV. He said, "Hey, much love, ladies."
Can I give a shout out?
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Shanita. Shanita, go give a shout out.
So my childhood friend is here. We've been knowing each other since like elementary school. Please give a warm welcome to LaShonda Phillips. She is here in the chat. Everyone say hello.
What's her name?
LaShonda Phillips. She is also an inspiring YouTuber. So you'll see her soon.
Welcome. Okay, so Sunflower Lady, so the Life of Sunflower Lady saying congratulations to everyone that got monetized. So Miss Clara. Modest says, read my message, V. Okay, Modest. I'm gonna read it. Yeah, where is Modest's message? Let me go and check. She said,
give my prize to Shanita.
Yeah, Shanita.
Can I give my prize to Shanita? No, you can't give your prize to Shanita. And this is why I'm going to tell you can't give your prize to Shanita. You can't give your prize to Shanita because I'm already doing this for her. Okay? And I can't do it twice. Okay? So, unfortunately, I can't pass it on to Shanita. But if you would like me to give it to somebody else that is not monetized yet, then I can do that. If that's what you want me to do, that is not a problem. I can do that. So you let me know if you want me to do that. I think I'm gonna have a show with everyone that's monetized as well. Right? Help share the knowledge, maybe. That would be a wonderful idea. Jeannie, you're welcome, hon. You are welcome. Bloody Nude Rainbow Dash, welcome. Thank you so much. It's okay, not late. We're just getting started. Modest said it's better to give to somebody that really needs the hours. Oh, that's so nice of you, Modest.
Nice.
That is so nice of you. Okay. I'll find someone else is in here. My cousin's in here. Hey, cousin. Thank you for coming, honey. Okay, congratulations. LaShonda Phillips said congratulations, ladies. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, I will definitely give it to somebody else. Rainbow Dash said he shared the stream out. Thank you so much, Bloody Rainbow Dash. Von the Real Gamer said, hi, host. Hi, darling. Hi, welcome. Okay, I think I've caught up. I think I said hello to everybody. And if I have not said hello to everyone, I apologize. And I'm going to say hello to you now. Thank you so much for coming and being part of my show on Thursday. And we're going to get into having some fun. But hold on. Has anyone heard from Robin? I know one of my guests.
She said she's going to be running late.
She said she just commented and said she's here, but she'll be ready in 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So she's gonna join us in a minute. She wasn't feeling well today, guys. So I really appreciate. I wasn't too sure if she was gonna make it to the show or not, but she is still gonna come. So that's wonderful. But we will start, and then she can join in the conversation as we go. Because I don't want to keep you guys here all night. I know you guys have other things to do. I completely
Y'all
understand.
ain't got nothing to do but stay right here.
Well, they gonna stay here for the show, but they may have something else to do later. Okay. But yeah, okay. So you guys know how I'm doing ladies' night this week. Next week it's the gentlemen's club. Guys, I have some amazing gentlemen that will be joining me next week. I am excited. These guys here, they gonna blow your mind, ladies. They are going to blow your mind. They are real outspoken gentlemen. They know what they're talking about, and they are ready and pumped for next week's show. I cannot wait. So, without further ado, let's get into girls talk for the night.
Let's go.
The first area that we're gonna talk about and to discuss is gonna be sisterhoods. So, ladies, are you guys ready? And to everyone in the chat, this is also for you guys. So make sure you guys can answer as many questions as you want as well. Okay. So my first question to everybody, my panel and the guests, is: do you think there is a difference between sisterhoods and friendships?
You want to go first, Shanita? Or you want me to go?
You can go. Look, you're ready.
To me, I think sisterhood is a friendship. I think it's the same thing. I think you shouldn't separate the two, because you cannot be my sister without being my friend. You know, so I believe that it's the same thing. So,
okay, what do you think, Shanita?
Well, you know me, Nurse has something to say. So I think it is the same thing, but the way I see it is that it kind of crosses over a barrier from friendship to sisterhood. It's like a thin line. It's sisterhood, and then there's friendship. You can be friends being sisters, but sisterhood is just it's to me it's more intimate. Like, we're sharing more of each other. We're sharing more, details about our lives. We're really opening up to each other because we're confiding in each other. Friendship, for me, I mean, friends are temporary. They come and go unless you created that, bond with someone else or with another sister. And so for me, when it comes to sisterhood, I look at it as a more intimate thing. We're sharing more things that I would share than I would share with a friend.
Okay, so they both believe that there is a difference between a sisterhood and a friendship. Guys, so If Iona's World says yes, I can't show you guys on my phone because it's not updating. I don't know what's going on. It's going very slowly. But I can, I'm just going to read it from my laptop. So Iona's World said yes, there's a difference. Robin 101 says definitely. Save with Fifi said, I think it's in a different way. Okay. Oh, hello, Harrison Family Vlogs. I am actually going to get with you, okay? Because I have a great idea that I want you to do on the show. So I will contact you after the show. But thank you so much for coming and supporting. I really appreciate it, guys. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, Life with Sunflower Lady said, I feel that sisterhood is a bit deeper than a friendship. Okay, so I completely agree with all of you guys. I think that a sisterhood is different from a friendship. You can have a friendship with people, but you ain't gonna disclose every single act or intimate information about yourself. You're not gonna do that in a friendship, right? But when you have a sisterhood, you believe that you guys have come together, you're united, and there's like nothing that can separate the bond. That's what I feel. I feel like that's basically kind of what a sisterhood is. Okay, so you guys kind of already discussed like what you think a sisterhood is to you. So how many sisterhoods are you ladies a part of?
Well, can I go back a little bit on my question? The reason
okay, go ahead.
The reason why I chose that answer, because me, myself, I'm very discreet. And if I call you my friend, you're my sister. So that's why I chose that answer. I do not open up to everyone. So if I call you my friend, you're my sister. Period.
Right.
Just like y'all my sisters. So that's why I chose the answer, you know.
Okay, no, I agree. You know what? And that's what I love. I love that how we can have this kind of conversation. And I want everyone to be completely honest and open today. Because honestly, that's great. And Tania, if she's got a friendship with you, then she has a sisterhood with you. Like, you are her sister. That's
You're
it.
my
Like,
sister,
because otherwise, guys, let's think about it. Okay, so you got friendships, you have sisterhoods, then you have acquaintances. How many of y'all have acquaintances? So they ain't your close people, but you rock with them, you cool with them and everything. But I'm not telling you my story. I'm not divulging all that information to you. Okay, who has that? Okay, exactly. So say what Fifi said, exactly. Harrison Family Vlogs, thank you so much for sharing out the stream. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, it's just Nia came in the house. Hello, the Batman God. Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. And I see the Batman God that you just subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And I will get back to you and everybody else right after the show or by tomorrow, I promise. Okay. Okay, so Bloody Nude Rainbow Dash said, now if your friend you can consider a sister, would a guy you consider a brother if he's a friend? So let me answer that. Let me go to what you're saying, Bloody Rainbow Dash, and let me just see and make sure that I understand what you're trying to tell me.
Me too.
So you're trying to say, we're all talking about sisterhoods and females and all of that, right? But you're coming at it from a male perspective. So can you have a friendship or sisterly brotherly bond with a man? Is basically, I think, what you're trying to state. And I believe that you can. Now, there are some guys that I call my brothers, okay? There are some guys I call my brothers because we are close like that. We've been knowing each other for years. And we divulge that same type of information I would have with my girlfriends. And to be honest, I'm the type of female that kind of gets along better with men than I do women. And I do love women. I get along with women too, but I just tend to find a lot more men on the same mental scale as me, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else can relate. Nia's shaking her head like, yes, I understand.
Girl, yes.
Yeah. That's how I feel, honestly. I think so. So, you know, hey, oh, thank you, Bloody Rainbow Dash, for sending Batman God. I really appreciate you. It's just Nia said, yes, you can. Real bros. Yeah, so you can do that. Real Talk 87. So shout out to all the sisters. 100 love.
Thank
you, Real Talk, for joining. You know you a special one to me. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome. Enjoy ladies' night.
You heard them.
Can dance. Hey, we'll be revealed soon. Y'all will know what I'm talking about soon, okay? Okay, so can you guys answer my question? How many sisterhoods, and this is to everyone in the chat, how many sisterhoods are you guys a part of? If any?
One.
What's everybody in the chat saying? I want to know. Good night, Chef. Thank you so much for coming.
Fee said one.
So Fee said one. Okay. Robin said two. Okay, Robin. Robin said two. I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that you? Yeah. Robin,
can you not count? It's only one, Robin.
Okay. So wait, hold on. I got something more interesting for you guys. Okay. So it's just Nia said a lot. Laugh out loud. She said that she is. I told you it's old, guys. It's old chat, but I'll put somebody up there because I want to. She said that she's a part of a lot.
Is that okay? To each his own. Hey.
And okay, so life with Sunflower Lady says one, maybe two. Now this is why I'm saying. Okay, why do you guys My panel seems to disagree with you guys in the chat. Okay, so I want to know why they disagree. Why do you guys disagree, and why do you believe you can only be a part of one sisterhood?
Well, I didn't say that she had to be only a part of one sisterhood. I was just questioning why a lot.
Yeah.
That's just my. I want to know more. Why do you? It's just Nia. Why do you say a lot? What's going on in your world, honey?
She said she's real. She said she's real with a lot of people.
So is it a sisterhood, or you just friends with a lot of people? Because a sisterhood is like loyalty, you know, like we like this. So you can be friends with a lot of people, cool with a lot of people, but a sisterhood is something that you got to own up to that.
Because a lot of you guys said, do you felt that there was a difference between a friendship and a sisterhood? So it's just Nia said maybe about 5. She's about
I think she's kind of young.
Sisterhoods. So they disagree with you, but you can you can have your own beliefs. We're not willing to
say it, Nita. Say it.
So it's just Nia. Do you jump from sisterhood to sisterhood to sisterhood to sisterhood to sisterhood to sisterhood?
She may be,
so hold on, right?
Young.
So, Life with the Sunflower Lady said that's possible to be a part of several. You may be that mellow soul that lost a lot of people's trust. Robin says, yes, the younger you are, the more sisterhoods you're in.
That's why I said I think she's young. That's why I said that.
Okay, so I agree with Robin. Okay, so I feel like I have 2 sisterhoods. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you this, I feel that I am a part of 2 sisterhoods. I have my sisters that are in London, in the UK, that I grew up with. I've known since we were like 3, 4. We're real tight. We still talk. We're really close. Okay, we've always been there for each other. We have a real sisterhood bond that's in the UK, but then I also have a real sisterhood here in the US. So I would say that I am a part of 2 sisterhoods because I do actually have that separate sisterhood relationship.
Well, you're international, so I mean, we get it. You know.
Can I ask you a question, V? Now, is that sisterhood a difference with your other sisterhood? Because you grew up with them, so that relationship is going to be kind of different. Did you outgrow that? Not outgrow the sisterhood, but is it kind of different from the other sisterhood that you have?
So I would say it's different in the fact that I'm not there, so I can't be physically involved in all the activities that they do together or all the life events that are going on. Some things I can't make. I'm not there, to be a part of it. But to be honest, they really do try and include me as much as they can. Like, so when something's going on, they put me on video. So whoever's event or whatever thing is going on, I can still make an appearance and say, hey, I love you, and send my message or whatever. And then obviously I'm taken out of the city. So it is a bit different. Like, there is a slight distance in that. But at the same time, it's like I can't deny my sisterhood with those girls. Because we've been working since day one, and it's not that now that I'm over here, it's completely gone away.
No, I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying since you grew up with them, as little kids were growing up, you kind of like not outgrow them, but Okay.
Yeah, I think that with us, like, we all we grew up together, but you know how some people you kind of outgrow and you no longer.
Yeah.
There's it's just a few of us, maybe like less than 5, that have still stayed and remained friends.
That's awesome. That's a real sisterhood. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, we went to school in different places, but yet we all still come together.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like nothing changes when we're away from each other. As soon as we get back together, it's like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's bond.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the chat, Life with Sunflower said that's possible to be part of several. Oh wait, we already read that one. Robin said, oh wait, we read that one too. Okay, Bloody Rainbow Dash said, I never really had friends, to be honest, until about 2 or 3 years ago. Aww. But
I was telling him,
that's not a bad thing.
Right. I was telling him sometimes you don't need a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And you find genuine people along the way. You may not have had them growing up. But as you get older, start branching out more, you'll be connected with people that you never thought you'd be connected with in the first place. And it doesn't even have to be a whole lot of people. Like, you don't need a whole lot of friends, to get along. Like, if you have one or two good solid friends, you're good. But if you have more good solid friends, then you're even better. But you don't need a whole lot of friends. It's okay to be by yourself.
Hey,
Sometimes
my
you need to
BS
take
Amber's
time to
on
learn
here.
yourself.
Hey, girl. I'm sorry, Shanita.
Kendra Johnson, hey. She
That's
said,
my best friend.
That's your best friend? Oh,
Yeah.
welcome, sister. Welcome, sister.
Hey, Beth. How you doing, Beth?
She said, I have one true sisterhood. You see? So, I mean, I think for the
Done.
majority of people, they're saying that they literally kind of mesh between 1 to 2. 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Some people have several, but I think the 1 to 2 boundary is kind of where it's at when it comes to sisterhoods. She said, my best friend here. She's sending you kisses. Look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? Guys? Give it up for my panel. They look a wonderful tonight. Okay. So do you feel that there's a benefit to being a part of a sisterhood? And if they are, what are the benefits?
So one of the benefits I can think of is a sense of security within the sisterhood. You can trust that if ever something happens, whether it's business or personal, that your sisterhood will be there to help pick you up. You're not in this by yourself because you're in a sisterhood. So yeah, I think that's one of the benefits of being in a sisterhood.
Okay, Neil, what do you think?
Another benefit would be trust. You can start trusting people more because you trust that person, so they teaches you to open up. So trust is a benefit.
Yeah.
Okay, so my life says that she believes trust is a benefit. I think that you can have several benefits to sisterhoods. But I think that loyalty and trust comes to it hand in hand. Like, you have to have those two things in order for it to be a real sisterhood and a real connection with with other ladies. Absolutely. Life of Sunflower Lady said, I have friends from 20 plus years, then I have friends that I met in recent years. And for the most part, my friendship has joined us all.
Oh, that's dope.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I agree with you.
I like that.
That's where I'm at. I have that sisterhood that's in London, and then I have the ones here. It's just a different. But it's also friendship and love. I feel like I could put all these queens together, and it would be nothing but love. Okay.
Yeah.
And to the men, y'all can be a part of the sisterhood. Okay, it's not a problem. Y'all can be a part of it. It's just that we call you our brothers. Okay.
Robin is here. She says drop a link.
Okay, so Robin is here. I also want to say hey to Sincerely Nurse T. Hey, beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to drop a link for Robin. Okay, Robin, the link has been dropped. Please join us whenever you get a chance. And as soon as I see you, I will bring you in. Okay, so we've gone over the benefits. Okay, so why do you ladies and everybody in the chat, why do you guys believe? Oh, Cecilia University said, y'all serving us for real, so beautiful. Oh, thank you, honey. And so, Fifi just said, y'all cute or whatever. Okay, y'all cute or whatever.
She said, y'all cute or whatever. Thank you, Fifi.
Okay, so some lady said, now for the most part, I agree with you, V, but no, I'm not putting all mine in one room. Okay, so some lady, why would you put all of your sisters in one room? What is the problem with that?
Because they're crazy. They're crazy. And she's not going to have that.
People get jealous. People get jealous. Females is catty anyway, so,
Yeah, that's probably the thing.
Females can be catty.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just intrigued to see what her reasoning is as to why she would not put them all together. I'm intrigued, so I'll wait. Okay.
Best friend said some friends are jealous.
And they are. They are. Like I said,
they are. And it causes all kind of friction.
Yes.
All kind of friction and problems.
Yeah.
And the sunflower lady said all of the above.
All the above. All the above.
All that
All
you
of
said.
the
That's the reason why I want to put them all in the same room.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing you into the stream, Robin.
Hi.
Hey, Robin.
Can
you hear me?
You're so pretty.
Look
Thank
at you. Y'all look so cute. Oh my
How are you guys? I've been listening the whole
Oh, I can't
time.
hear her. Hold on 1 second. Let me try fixing it. Hey, Robin, speak again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sometimes it takes a minute, okay? I can hear you now.
God.
So that's good. Okay, so Robin's here now too. Okay, so why do we guys think that sisterhoods fall apart? Is it because of the jealousy thing or what?
I couldn't hear.
Nurse T said that's why you have to sit with like-minded people and know the circle, period.
I agree.
That's true.
I agree.
I agree with that too. I absolutely do agree. You do have to stick with like-minded people because otherwise you could get in some problems. But not everybody's the same. I feel like I have a sisterhood out here and everyone's very different from each other.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, sunflower lady said, two of my besties of 10 plus years nearly ruined my birthday one year. Wow. Because they were going toe to toe with each other and they were fighting, and they were like jealous of your friendship with another. I've had that, but they weren't a part of my sisterhood. And I tried to explain that my friendship is different with both of you. I can still be your friend and have you over here, and I can still be their friend and have them over. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna split or send or go off or do anything different. I'm still gonna keep my friends. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got a problem with each other. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all gotta get over it. It is what it is.
Kendra says, I just lost some friends due to this. It shows those who are real and who are not. And you said, that's why I just have Mia.
Aww.
Now all I have is Mia.
Wait, hold on. Kendra?
That's all you need.
Kendra's the one that's having a baby, correct?
Yes, that's her.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, she's the one who has the baby?
Yeah,
No way.
Kendra, if you're
don't say
listening,
that crazy, Nita.
that unclaimed gift in the baby shower, that was from me. Okay? You're welcome. That unclaimed gift that was at the baby shower was from moi. You're welcome.
Hey, Awesome Naturals, welcome to the live stream, honey. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you joining us for Ladies Night. Okay, please get to know all the ladies in the chat. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean, but we're having a lot of fun here tonight, okay? So join the conversation. Okay? Join the conversation. Kendra Johnson said, I knew it was from you. Thank you. Thank you, Shanita. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She said, you're welcome. Girl.
You're welcome.
The best day to everyone. You ladies look stunning. Thank you so much.
Thank
The
you.
best day.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Welcome, honey. Welcome. Okay, so we are talking about sisterhoods. Okay, so like the Sunflower Lady said, just bickering and sour face when my other best friend said or did anything. I literally had to play mama after that until everybody was cool and until this day. Wow.
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's why I don't have friends. I don't have friends for that reason.
I feel like if you're my friend, if you're a genuine friend and a part of my sisterhood, you would understand where I'm coming from and would understand my friendships with other people. I feel like you should understand that. I feel like a friend that wants to mess up an important event for me, I've got a problem with that. Like, I have a serious issue with that, and maybe we need to reevaluate the friendship because I wouldn't come to your event and mess that up. So I wouldn't want you to come to mine because you're feeling because I'm enjoying the company of someone else as well as you at the same time.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm not doing it. It's not a part of my life story. Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Saber Fifi said, please thumbs up the live. No spam, no numbers. Thank you. Absolutely. Kendra Johnson said, yes, we're too old to pacify grown women in crusade.
That's Nia's best friend. That's Nia's best friend right there. They sound so much alike.
Everybody know I be snappy. Y'all all know.
Is she pregnant too?
That's what I love about Nia, though, y'all. Secretly, that's what I love about Nia. Okay,
She's gonna tell you what's real, whether you like it or not.
Come
whether
on
you
now.
like it.
She'll let you know, girl. I'm gonna punch you in your face.
Right. Okay, Intrigued by Nick said, I have problems with women. Oh, wait. I have problems with people befriending me for status, but they actually don't like me.
Ooh.
For status? What does that
That is
mean?
a really good
Clout
question.
reasons.
Yeah. So they can benefit from having you as a friend, but they actually really don't like you as a person. But they say,
wow, that is a snake.
girl, ain't that
Don't we know about snakes?
They all on the grass, honey.
Sounds familiar. Sounds so familiar.
See, look at Cloud. Look at.
Has anybody else had this type of scenario where you have had somebody befriending you for a reason, for a specific reason, but you know they genuinely don't like you? I want to know, has anybody else had that happen to them? Because I know for a fact these ladies on the screen have. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody else has.
Are we going to answer? Or you asking the chat?
I'm asking the chat. But you guys can answer as well. Please feel free.
Who wants to go? Because I'm like double dutch. Who wants to do it? Who wants to do it first?
I mean, I think pop it out, sis. Pop it out. Pop it out.
Okay.
Pop it out, Nita.
Go, Anita.
Well, to answer your question, yes. And to not give, too much of my story. Yeah, that someone did do that. And it was very hurtful. Yes, to answer the question. Yes.
V, can you move that sticker? Can you move that the sticker line?
The banner.
Yeah, there you go. I can see. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
got to see my face.
Somehow lady said we are all different, but through respect and love, we can work with be a little iffy, but we work and support each other fairly well. Okay. Hi, Trending Team. Welcome to the chat. We're very happy to have you. We're having a night. We're just discussing everything that women go through in life, and right now we're on the topic of sisterhoods and what that is and what it means. Hey, Donnie, too. But Donnie, I would say, back, Donnie. Okay, so it has happened. Okay, and the reason I'm going to touch on sisterhood a little bit is, and I'll reveal. Okay, so my sisterhood that I feel that I have over here in the US is sitting right here on the screen. Okay, Mercy isn't here with us right now. Mercy isn't here with us right now, but she's also a part of the sisterhood. Okay. And the reason why they're all laughing and popping off is because
girl, here, you can have that back.
Okay, but guys, we all came together as creators and we meshed really well. And a third party was actually the person that actually put the group together, technically, right? And we were all a part of the sisterhood. We shared some deep, intimate things that all of us have been through in life, and we've all been there and have supported each other one-on-one every single day since we started this group, right? The sisterhood. Now, I feel that we had a snake in the grass. We never realized we had a snake in the grass. We thought that we could all, really share with one another and people wouldn't throw it back in your face. But just like, who was it that said it? Sunflower? Was it Sunflower that said it? No, it was Neek. So just like Intrigued by Neek said, we felt now, looking back at the situation, we all feel extremely used. And the reason why I'm going to get into it a little bit, and I'm not going to say too much, but I just want you guys to be really careful out here on YouTube, because you think you're befriending some amazing people. And yes, there are some amazing people out here that will support you, and you bring them into your house. You tell them everything about creating, what you do, how you do it, what you've got upcoming, you know, because if it's sisterhood, you're going to share ideas, right? You're going to share ideas, and you're not going to think that someone is going to steal them or run off with them. But we had a situation where it got to the point where, okay, my show today, you're doing the exact same show tomorrow morning, and you never spoke to me about it. Okay, I do a thumbnail on this, and you putting out a thumbnail tomorrow morning. Okay, I do a video on this today, and you go and do the exact same video tomorrow. Like, it got to that point where it's like, this is too much. And when we tried to talk to you about it, you had nothing to say. It's a shame. I feel like ideas can be shared. And yes, don't get me wrong, topics are all covered all the time. The same topics, girls' nights have been done on YouTube. But in my sisterhood, this is my niche, okay? And if you want to do it, that's great and everything. But I would expect one of my sisters to come and say, hey, V, I really think I want to do this because I think this would be great. What do you think about this? And then, yes, I can help you, and we can come up with your way of doing it, rather than you trying to mimic exactly what I've done and doing it for yourself. I just think that's kind of shady. I think it's kind of sneaky. I don't appreciate it. And then I see, because this sisterhood hasn't worked out, and we caught you out, and we've approached you about it, we confronted you about it, and you didn't like it, and you got scared. I now see you doing that to other creators. Guys, creators, all the creators that are here in the chat, keep your work to yourself. Unless you have a sisterhood bond, and I always tell you to have a sisterhood bond, but unless you have a sisterhood bond, try and keep it to yourself, or be very careful who you let in and watch people's movements before you completely divulge. That's what I'm saying. I just want to protect other creators, so just make sure you guys do that, okay? It's very, very important. But Neek, so just like the same situation that Neek had, all of us ladies had the exact same situation, and we all got backdoored. We all got told that we're something else, and it's all our fault, or we're crazy. And that's not the case, guys. It's not the case. Like, you can look at the group and be like, well, why are they still together, and why is one person not there anymore?
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so back onto this. Okay, so like for something I said, when you think you have a friend that's just to find out that they're a leech, it hurts. Yes, and that's what we hurt. We didn't expect that situation to happen. We, like, imagine being there for somebody that's going through some serious life issues, and they're calling you all times of the night, all times of the day. You're constantly on the phone with this person and helping them out, and then they just go and backdoor you and act like nothing. Like, what? I just don't feel like that's a real, I don't feel like she was a real sister in the sisterhood at all. Fake, phony state. And it hurts when people do that. So, you know, it's what it is now. It's what it is. A day
especially when you've been working so hard.
Hey, welcome. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. You can dance with anyone and everyone in here. Same with Fifi in Mississippi said, I sit back and watch movements before I decide to open up, especially with ladies. Okay, Miss Fifi, I want to know, why do you say especially with ladies? I'm intrigued. Sunflowers lady said, I'm a nurturing person by nature. Don't play with me. That's what
she looks like she not to be played with, honey.
Amen. I don't blame her. I'm really intrigued to see what Miss Fifi says, because she said, especially with ladies. Why is that? Like, why do we have this reputation? Because I think Nia even said that's why she don't friend people like that.
No, hell no.
Nia, why?
Do you really want me to tell you why?
Absolutely. We are a candid show, Candidly V, candid show, whatever you want.
Because the experience that we just experienced with someone, that's the reason why I said from the very beginning, I didn't want to do it. I said because I do not open up to people. So for me to open up to you, I feel like you disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? You played your little role. You put on them sad little stories. I ain't gonna get too deep. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Woe is me. Have sympathy on me. Come help me out. They're bullying me. They're talking about me.
Like that's just not
So,
cool. Don't
and
do
then to
that.
play
Don't
that
play
role
with
and to
people.
have other people believe it is extremely hurtful and
Yes.
disrespectful, especially to someone who said they don't even open up to you like that in the first place.
Right.
So,
And then you painting a different picture of us. Like the people on the outside looking in don't know everything that was going on. It was more than just YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like V was saying, it was personal things that was being said amongst each other. So why would you backdoor us? And
right,
instead of you using what we give you to help you, you use it against
exactly.
us. And that's where
Yep.
the problem came in at. Yes, when you do YouTube, you can do whatever you want to do. Yes, it's very true that when you do YouTube, it's going to be millions of people that's going to have the same content. But the problem is when you try to do the same kind of content as your sister.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
Do you guys
That's when it's
feel?
disrespectful.
Do you guys feel that there's what, like, when you try and backdoor a sister in the sisterhood, that is an issue? Like, do you guys agree with that? Because we all feel the same way. I know we do, because our sisterhood had got a hard hit recently, so we feel it. I think all of us are still hurting from that situation, which is why we're so passionate and we still talk about it, because it hurts. It hurts to have that type of situation happen. I mean, guys, and I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to get I don't want to cry and stuff like that. But I cried to this person. And they didn't give a damn. You know what they turned around and said to me? Everybody going through something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What
And
they
that's
do.
supposed to be my sister.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So say with Fifi said, because I've had some instances where women were jealous and are quick to stab you in the back. So that's why she says she watches women from afar. Okay. And then Save with Fifi, she said, was she really in the sisterhood? Yes, Save with Fifi. She was really a part of the sisterhood. Like I said, she was the one that originally put the sisterhood together. Like, she took us out of YouTube, where we had known each other, and took it out and made it more thing. We're talking every day, we're doing video calls, we're emailing, we're exchanging things, we're coming up with creative ideas together. She was a part of the sisterhood. She really, really was. So
See, they didn't know that. See, they didn't know all this. See, so now I know y'all look at us different now. Y'all didn't know.
Right, exactly. Okay, so Miss Fifi's like, oh my God. So the best day, she said, I believe in loyalty, and if you're my sister, you're not loyal to me, you failed me and will be disappointed in them. And I would be very disappointed in the person. Absolutely. Johnson said that's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah. And she
It is.
knows it.
Like, it really is.
Doing me like that, you crazy. You done lost your mind. If you gonna steal somebody's content, you better make sure you ace it. Don't steal somebody's content. You embarrassing me at this point. You try to steal what we all wanted to do, and you just embarrass yourself, sis. You getting 2 views.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Honestly, it's not cool.
And then the thing about it is, we work so hard to create content for our own channels, and then for her to come in and just steal it with no type of work behind it, no type of research for it. You throw a video together and you just post it. You did no editing to it. You just up here, your quality isn't the best, and you're just stealing concepts. You're not even trying to come up with something creative of your own. You're just stealing other people's content. Like Nia said, yes, there's topics that everybody can talk about. Everybody can talk about anything they want to talk about. But within their sisterhood, you should have asked first. You didn't do that.
And Nita and Nia, I'm having an emergency. I will text you guys later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope everything's good, but we'll talk to Robin later if you let us know. But yeah, I agree with that. So I think all of us as creators out here, we work extremely hard, and sometimes it takes a long time, and sometimes there's a lot of planning that goes into your content, and you want to be able to share that with people that you claim as your sisters and bounce ideas and things like that. You really do want to share it. And let me tell you something. There's there's been other people that weren't originally a part of the sisterhood that have been more loyal than that one person. That have been way more loyal in the last couple of days than that person.
Right.
And that's just amazing to see that you have so much support and love backing behind you out here on YouTube. You know, it's amazing to see women lifting up women, which is why I was very intrigued when Saber Fifi said that, you know, she kind of just waits because, you know, this type of situation, she kind of tries to get a feel and figure out what these personalities are saying first. And it's a shame that as sisters, that we do that. I understand why we all do it, and we all want to protect each other. You want to protect yourself and your feelings. I completely understand that. It's a shame that we have to do that. It's what I should actually say. I should correct myself. It's a shame that we have to do that in this type of day and age. So intrigued by Neek said, I was the first one. Intrigued by Neek said, y'all was so kind to her. Exactly. Say with Fifi said, Cairo not running them up. Absolutely. The best day you said she was never a sister at the end. And that's so true. True. That is so true. And Real Talk 87 said, folks stealing content now. Wow. Absolutely. Yes. And I don't come out here to tell people stuff without backing it up. I tell you the exact creator that it is. And you can look at my channel, you can look at Shanita Marie's randomly's channel, you can look at My Life is Nia's channel and go to their channel and you will see exactly what we are saying. The only issue that I have with YouTube is the fact that it doesn't tell you the date and time that you post something so that you can see. But let me tell you something, this snake was here in my life and I may be announcing something or saying something, and at that time whilst I'm in my life, they are creating a thumbnail, and by the time I get off my life, I see a thumbnail on their page promoting what I just said I was doing.
Yeah.
That's how bad it got, guys. That is how bad it got. It happened to all of us. Different times, different days. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And what they do as well sometimes is they won't even say that they're in here, right? They won't even say that they're in here, but we know you're in here. We know you have a different account. And then all of a sudden you're popping out with exactly what we said. Because you pretty they probably here right now, to be honest, guys. Honestly, they're probably here right now. But yes, there are creators that are stealing content. So be careful, guys. Please be very, very careful. The chat is moving. The chat is moving.
Because Nia, you had somebody to steal one of your videos and then add it to a new, they created a whole new page, a whole new channel, and had one of your videos on their channel. They didn't ask you to do that.
No.
We don't know who it was, but this person created a whole.
That's why they say you said that's why you need to keep your circle small, and that's so true. Jay Baddie, hi, welcome to the house. I got some newbies in there, so I have to say hey. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. A Day with Kay said, that's crazy. Do y'all know if she was going through something in her personal life? I'm not trying to give her excuses, but you know how people go through stuff and they're mentally off.
And A Day with Kay, I'm assuming that you did have a talk with her, because I feel like you have had a talk with her for you to say that comment. I really do. So have you ever had a conversation with her? Because I'm an honest, upfront person. So I'm going to ask what I want to know. But it sounds like you didn't have a conversation with her.
Oh, Mr. Johnny. Hey, Mr. Johnny 25. Welcome. I can't believe you are still awake. I know he's in the UK.
Because that is an excuse.
That you were here in the house. But thank you so much for showing love. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so
I mean, I want to answer that question before she.
I'm sorry, but what do personal issues got to do with you stealing somebody's content?
So, because like I said, I work with children who have behavioral issues and have mental health problems, and I'm not calling this person a child, but I do recognize the behaviors. So. Maybe this person does and has mental issues or have gone through some things that have caused her to
I didn't even know
think the way that she thinks, alter her thinking. So maybe that's the angle that Miss Kay, Life in the Day of Kay, Day with Kay, was trying to maybe get at. But I think on the other end of that, we're still all adults at the end of the day, and we all deserve to be respected. At the end of the day, whether they are going through something or not, and even if I come to you as my sister and say, "Hey, I feel like you disrespected me," or I feel like this is what you did, and you don't confront it or try to make it right instead of just making excuses, then that's when it becomes a problem.
Right. And that's what I mean. I as well said that ain't right. Shake my head. Everyone's saying hey to Mr. Johnny. Then we go to Al from Fifi, and then Real Talk said at least give credit. If you steal content though, laugh out loud, plagiarism, and that's what it is, right? So I could see something say on Mr. Johnny's live, okay, and it hits it for some strange reason puts a light bulb in my head, and I'm like, oh my god, I really think I want to do that. My first point of action is probably going to be to reach out to Mr. Johnny first and see, hey, Mr. Johnny, I'm thinking about doing this. How do you feel about it? Or is it okay with you? Or whatever, right? Or you can even do your video and talk about where you got the idea from and say inspired by this creator. If you want to see their video, put the link below or whatever, or visit this creator's page in your description box and you will see their video. This is how I got inspired by. That's all we're asking for. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's fair. I feel that everybody deserves some kind of respect, and I think that you can, if you have a friendship with these people, you can at least do that. That's all that needed to be done, and we probably wouldn't be in the situation that we're in, but it wasn't done that way. And so therefore, you end up in the situation of broken down sisterhoods and things like that. Well, but our sisterhood's still live. I'm just saying, I don't want anyone to think that it's broken, but that's just what the situation is. Hi Shay, she said hi everyone. Welcome, honey, welcome. Tribal Knowledge, hello. Hey, welcome to Tribal Knowledge. I'm just trying to catch up with the people that just came in. Okay, they would Kay said I don't even know who y'all talking about for real. I'm like, okay, it just kind of sounded real familiar, that's why. Okay.
To touch up on a little bit of what you were just saying, V, I'm sorry, I know you looking at the comments. Okay, as far as Mr. Johnny, I don't know Mr. Johnny. I love him. He's a great YouTube creator. But the difference is we don't have a brotherhood or a sisterhood with him. So at the end of the day, you wouldn't owe him that much to say, hey, is it okay for me to use it? But I feel like when you have a sisterhood, out of respect, just ask or give props. Do you or do you feel like you still owe that person that much? Do you feel that way?
Right, and that's what Safe for Fee said. That's why I sit back and I watch until I feel like I can open up. And I get it. I understand, because what Nia just said is very true. Like, for instance, in our sisterhood, we have a common understanding that we all kind of know each other's YouTube schedule, okay? So we all know who's putting out content when, and we all know who's going to go live on what days and what time. You will never see any of us put up content at the exact same time or have a live running at the exact same time as somebody else in the sisterhood, because we're a real sisterhood. We're all going to support each person's premiere, each person's live. That's what we do. When you see us in a live together and it's one of us, you see all of us. You see all of the sisterhood in that live. And what was happening is you now starting to go live at the same time we going live, and you starting to do this and you starting to do that, and it just turns crazy. And it's like, hold on a second, do you respect the sisterhood, or do you not want to be a part of the sisterhood anymore? Because if you don't, you just need to have a conversation with us, and we could have all just gone our separate ways, and it would have been simple as that. Okay, so that's why we're just talking about a little bit of sisterhoods. Hilly Hill, welcome. She said good evening, ladies. Welcome. Day with Kay said, right, everybody needs to be respected. I totally agree with y'all. Everyone's saying right, true. It's a respect thing. And Chief by Need said, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The internet houses a lot of crazies, and people who are no one in reality come here and they can be somebody. So they do whatever it takes they do whatever it takes while ignoring the potential damages. That is so true. The internet is a wild place. It's crazy. You're going to have several crazy people out here, and we're all open to that. We're all open to criticism. It's going to happen. All of us are going to get knocked one day at some point with criticism. It's all just depends on how you handle that criticism, and you just got to be able to deal with potential damage, do damage control afterwards, you know? So be careful. It's Sasha Henry says, hello, everyone. Welcome to the house. Nick said, be careful with these people. They may seem sane, but they may be crazy. Okay. You're good, Nia. I know stuff be crazy with you. That was from A Day with Kay. Yeah. Okay, so the next question. Okay, so ladies, what are your pet peeves about other women? Like, what can you not stand that other women do? And I know we kind of just went into a whole bunch of stuff that we couldn't stand about YouTubers doing certain things. But what else is there? Is there anything else? And that's to everybody in the chat and everyone and my panel.
I just got one thing.
What's your one thing?
A liar. I don't like a liar. That's it. What about you, Nita?
What about you, Nita?
I don't like when someone tries to manipulate a woman, tries to manipulate a situation to make it seem like they are the ones that's being victimized. I know that as women, and especially as Black women, well, maybe I should save that for later, but we are already strong because we're Black women. You know what I mean? And we already can't play the victim role in the first place because we are so strong. But when we do play the victim role, I feel like it needs to be a legit reason why you're being victimized at this point. But just be saying it for the sake of saying it, or just saying, woe is me, for the sake of saying woe is me, is really off-putting to me. And I don't like when women are jealous of each other. It was okay when we were younger, because we're growing up, going through our hormones, and you really like this person, but you really low-key, you're jealous, but you really like them because you just want something that they have, or they maybe look prettier than you, or maybe they have a certain feature that you want. So instead of just saying I like that, you'll become jealous. But as an adult, I feel like if you're jealous, just say you're jealous and just move on. But to consistently, be in your face and you're like, on all of that, when you're really jealous of me, I can't. I can't.
And let me tell you something that I've noticed that women do. Okay, and I'm going to talk about in a business sense. I've noticed that sometimes, or a lot of times, a woman could be doing really well, and then another woman is going to try and make themselves shine, or try and put you back in a box because they got some kind of power. Like they have a little title right now, and they feel they're better than everybody else that may be slightly underneath them. I cannot stand when women do that to one another. I honestly cannot stand it. So that's something that I cannot stand that women do. I don't know why we do it. There is plenty of space and plenty of room for everybody to win.
Right.
So I don't get why this whole sense of competition needs to happen to ladies. It doesn't make any sense. Harrison Blog said, any other men watching, laugh out loud. Yes, there's other men in chat. Harrison Family Vlogs. Diana said a fake person. Mr. Johnny is letting him know that he's here present. Say with Fifi said jealousy, being messy, being fake. Cecilia Nice T said yes. Sasha Henry said, I hate when women tear each other versus supporting and lifting each other up. Exactly. Mama of Four said, hello ladies. Hi, Mama of Four. Welcome, honey. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome. Hilly Hill said, I agree. Women can be the toxic ones too. Take ownership. Right. Okay, and this is why I say I actually tend to get along with men better than I get along with women, because I couldn't stand the cattiness, the detail, like that type of stuff. I can't stand it. And guess what? I guarantee for the women that don't hang out with men, go and hang out with men.
Yeah.
Go and hang out with a group of men, and you are going to see and get a completely different vibe. Completely different vibe. Okay, you have to do it, because if you don't hang out with a guy, you don't have a really good guy friend. I don't know. You have to try it out, because you really will see where we're coming from with that point. Honestly, guys. We in here, bro. Jay Batty, don't forget to hit the like, everyone. Yes, everyone, please don't forget to give me some thumbs up. I really appreciate you, and thank you all for coming. I understand said that's true, V. Frank GTV said, hey, ladies. Hey, Frank. Welcome,
Faithful Frank. Hi.
Okay, so guys, we talked about the pet peeves. So when this is the last question on the sisterhood section. So when do you feel like a sisterhood no longer is benefiting you? How do you handle it?
You know, I slowly fade to the back. You know, like I'm here with y'all, but now it's like, all right, let me just start stepping back, because I don't want to just abruptly leave. And they say, what happened? Where'd she go? What's she doing? I'll start, talking less. I'll stop coming to whatever events until it's like, you know what, I'm done. I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye. That's how I would deal with when the sisterhood is not benefiting me.
Okay. Nia,
So I'm totally different in a way. I'm the type of person where I understand when someone is going through something, and sometimes people need to take a break. I'm one of the ones where I can go a whole year without talking to you, and when we get back talking, we like this. So it's kind of hard to tell if it's not working or not, because I'm one of the ones that be like this, but it's not towards you. But you have to communicate and let someone know what's going on. So like Shanique was saying, yeah, you have to you have to tell me what's going on. You cannot just not say anything. That's not a sisterhood. You're not living up to it.
Right.
But, it's kind of for me, because I'm one of the ones where I can go a whole week without talking to a person, and I don't mean any harm. So some people have to go every day. So that's just me. So
yeah.
Well, I'll say that because when I feel like it's not benefiting me, I feel like it's not benefiting me because there has been some type of disruption within the sisterhood, and then it's not feeding my spirit anymore. So then that's when I'll voice my opinion, say what I got to say. But if there's no changes being made for me, I feel like, then I'm like, okay, all right, I'll see y'all later, and just fade away.
And I can see what you're saying. I think I'm a mix of the two of y'all. So I will kind of remove myself from the situation or start backing away from the situation. But I'm not the type of person to not tell you why I'm doing it. Like, I'm so upfront. I'm going to tell you what I'm the type of person that's going to tell you what you want to hurt me or what you feel. So there's no second guessing where I'm coming from. Like, there's no second guessing. You know exactly what page I'm on. I just believe in being upfront. So you're going to see, you're going to know why I don't want to talk to you, or why I'm stepping away, or why I'm doing what I need to do for me. But you're going to know. That's how I am. That's the type of female I am.
Yes, you will know
that. Mr. Johnny said, this is great insight. Continue to thrive and inspire, ladies. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnny. Jeannie said she's still here. Thank you so much, Jeannie. Me too, said Mama 4. I would tell Mama 4, are you monetized? Can you let me know if you're monetized, please? Thank you. So say and Sincerely Nurse T said, keep it cute and walk away. Kendra Johnson said, when women do too much for the attention. And it's true.
Yeah, they do.
East Media with BG, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. You are welcome. Hilly Hill said, women empowering women. I'm loving this chat. Thanks, ladies. Thank you. We're loving it too. We love being surrounded by amazing women. And it's not just Black women. It's Latino, white, Hispanic, every type of woman. I am every woman. We love it. And we love to inspire. So that's great. Life with the sunflower lady. I like closure, so I start to fade out when I have the conversation before I go. Right, exactly. So that's pretty much what we all do, okay? So, okay. So I want to know, with all of you ladies. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. So Mr. Johnny said, do you feel that the pandemic has either strengthened or weakened your respective sisterhoods?
I actually feel like because of the pandemic, we have all gotten together in the first place.
Yeah.
And now that everything is going on, you know, people are just leaving here left and right. I feel like we have become more supportive of each other because of that. So I feel like it's strengthened the sisterhood, to be honest. I don't know if you how comfortable you are, B, about talking about this right now, but B has had some situations happen in her life.
You're fine. I've already told people, so you're good.
Okay, so all right. So V has had 2 deaths in the family within the same 1 week. And I think one of them was because of Corona, and the other one wasn't, or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were there for her to help her through it all, and we're still there helping her through it all. But not because of that, but due to that situation, we've become stronger because we've been supporting each other more than when we probably would have, you know, not. If I'm saying that right, we're stronger now, I guess, because we have to be more supportive than we would have been if not.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's true. Like, that's why I say we have a real genuine sisterhood, because, you know, when I was dealing with the deaths in my family back to back, it was a lot to manage. And sometimes I just needed someone else to talk to. And these ladies were there at the end of the phone every single step of the way. So I really appreciate it. And I think the pandemic does bring people stronger. We're all at home. We don't have, and this is what I'm saying as well, as creators, I feel like this pandemic is really a blessing to all of us that are here, and especially to those that haven't been monetized yet, because you're having the extra time now to put into your craft. Like, this is the time that you should be putting into your craft. And that's what I was saying to the ladies the other day. I was like, man, when I go back to work, actually having to physically be in the building, I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with my YouTube the way I'm doing it now. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to rearrange and figure this out. But you know, you're at home, you've got nothing else to do. We be on the phone all day. We're on the phone all day. We get off the phone when we're going to a premiere or someone's live or whatever. But we pretty much talk to each other, I guarantee it, no less than 3 times a day. So this pandemic has definitely strengthened this sisterhood.
And the whole time we're talking about YouTube and what we can do for our channels, and we're motivating each other, and we're, you know, helping each other, you know, push out a video or go live, or, you know, it's all it's business, but then it's also like personal too, about, you know, whatever that we have going on that day or something like that. Like, we're really just pushing each other.
Yeah,
we're not just, you know, keeping it up all the time. We are actually working too.
we are working. Okay, we share our thumbnails and everything and opinion before we even post it. So that's how much we're working. Okay, guys. So David K said, yes, some type of closure is good if it's possible, but if it's too toxic, distance yourself ASAP. And that's great advice. Thank you guys for all your condolences. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I went through a hard time and it was rough, and I wasn't present as I am now for like a week. I just needed to take some time and be with family. But, you know, I'm back now and I'm just trying to get through each day. It gets a little bit easier. It's not easy, but it just, you know, as time heals is what I can say. Like, time is starting to heal, and I'm starting to try and accept the situation for what it was. Yes, I understand. Yes, the pandemic has made me get serious with my channel, and I think it has for a lot of people. I mean, creators out there, do you guys all believe that the pandemic has made you get serious with your channel? Because it should be. If it hasn't, then yeah, let's start before everything starts opening back up properly. Y'all better start working, okay? Get monetized, guys. Get monetized. Okay. Saber BP said it's great, ladies. And She by Nick said, that's so amazing, ladies. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, what does it mean to be a woman to you? Like, what do you guys feel? Oh, thank you, NSP, for sharing me out. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What do you guys feel that it means to be a woman?
Mr. Johnny says, I feel that my organic relationships have suffered. Oh, but my electronic but my electronic relationships have flourished. YouTube has opened my eyes to a larger audience outside of my home and life. That's an interesting observation because I have gone through the same thing, not because of the pandemic, but because I've been so engulfed into YouTube and trying to build my brand and just trying to make great content. I've had a relationship or two to kind of suffer in the midst. So, but my electronic friends, as you say it, those relationships are just growing, growing, growing. But I think it's because we are all like-minded, and we're all after the same goal. We're all trying to reach, trying to do certain things. We're all trying to make this YouTube like our business and trying to actually make money out and try to, really build from this. So, and people who are not a part of that don't really understand.
They don't understand.
So, I think that's why our real relationships suffer in a sense, and it sucks. But it's I hate to say that it is what it is, but for right now, until we don't have to go so hard with especially for small YouTubers, we don't have to go so hard going live, trying to get the watch time to kind of consistently post videos or stuff like that. Right now, it's grind time until we can kind of fall back.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's my question: why is our relationship outside of the YouTube world or electronic relationships suffering? Because I have this could have been the present time that maybe like our parents grew up. I'm talking about our parents now, right? We could have been being raised, or this could be the time when they were growing up, where we didn't have the amazing electronics that we have now. Right. So you can still majority of us have a smartphone. Majority of people have a smartphone nowadays, right? Or you got a laptop, you got an iPad, you got something, right? So why are we not still trying to nourish those types of relationships electronically? We can't physically go, but we can still try to nurture it organically, electronically. What do you guys have to say about that? And Mr. Johnny, that's a question for you too. I'm just wondering. I just want to play devil's advocate.
The question was why? What was the question?
Why are we not? Like, do you feel that you haven't, these same relationships that you had that were out of the electronic world before the pandemic, before we all got shut down, you was going over to your friend's house, just spending time with them or families or whatever. Now we're locked in the house, but why should our communication or our get together, why should that stop now that we're in the pandemic? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have electronic ways of contacting each other. There's video calls. I'm very familiar with video calls because I have to do it with my friends and family back home. So, I'm wondering why everyone doesn't want to nourish those same relationships that way.
For me, it's not that I don't want to nourish the relationship, because I do. But for me, this is a new area in my life that I'm stepping in. And I'm really trying right now just to find a balance between, my relationships and my electronic friendships. I'm tickled every time because electronic friendships is tickling to me. But it doesn't have to stop necessarily. I think maybe for me, it's trying to find a balance, but also with the understanding that, I need for my friendships or my relationships to be extremely understanding just in this moment, that it's not going to be like this always, just for right now.
Right now.
This is what it is.
That's true too.
Yeah.
David K said, yes, it has, and now I'll be working from home a year. So she's saying that how she has been during this time, been working on her channel, and she's going to be home for a year, so she's going to be able to work more on her channel, which is great. That's great. And want to say welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for sharing me out. And I understand that you're working. You've got us playing in the background. That's great. I also want to say, I had 20 wonderful people in the house, that next week is the King's turn. Okay, so we got the ladies' night this week, but next week we are going to have the men come and grace us with their presence and tell us everything. We want to know everything. I think it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be very fun. I got some great gentlemen that are ready to hit the camera with me, and I can't wait for next week. So I just want to make sure I announce that before anyone does go or whatever. And whilst we have quite a lot of people in the house, I want you to come back next week as well. Okay. So that was that. So do you as women, and this is to everybody, do you as women ever feel like you get overwhelmed with being a partner, being a mother, being a friend? Do you ever feel like things just go and they just get really overwhelming at times, and you just don't know what you're supposed to do, and you don't know which way to turn?
Of course, I think so. I mean, you wouldn't be human if you didn't. I mean, yeah, it's overwhelming to be a girlfriend, to be a mom, to be an auntie, to be a best friend, to be a sister. I mean, that's a lot of roles that we have to take on.
Yeah, it was coming to close to a mental breakdown where I just needed to get away. Like, I've done too much fighting, and now it's time to fight. You know.
Yeah.
And before the pandemic happened, I said I'm going to go away for like a weekend. I'm going to go get a hotel room. I'm just going to get some time just by myself on the water, because I just need to get away and just recharge and refocus, because I had work to do. I had, my home life, kids, I had everything.
Yeah.
So it was too much. So
I think it all gets overwhelming at times. I think sometimes you try to be everything for everyone, and you get pulled in so many different directions that you don't know which way to turn. And I think sometimes I feel like, I'm just going to speak from a female's point of view looking at a man sometimes. Guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes I feel like men don't understand when a woman gets to that point where she's really overwhelmed. Like, they don't really grasp it. They can see that you're busy, but because you do so many things all at once, all the time, when you're trying to tell them, no, like, I just can't do this anymore, I just need to stop, like, I need a break, whatever, or you just shut down for a little bit, because some women just completely shut down and just, go silent. I feel like men don't really understand when a woman gets to that point. Guys, tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but all the ladies up here believe that you guys don't. Not necessarily y'all, but men as a whole don't. The best day, you said, yes, sometimes it can get very overwhelming. Yes, it does get very overwhelming.
But that's normal. That's normal. That is nothing abnormal about it. It's totally fine. It's totally normal.
It is.
You're right.
It is.
You're right, because being overwhelmed feels like you're not even allowed to be overwhelmed. You still have to keep pushing. Yeah. So when we start normalizing being overwhelmed and accepting that we are overwhelmed, and then taking and listening to our bodies that we are overwhelmed, we'll come out much better for it. But as excuse me for anybody who's here, but as Black women, we're not allowed to feel tired. We're not allowed to feel overwhelmed. We're not allowed to feel overworked. We are allowed to keep pushing. We are allowed to keep going. We're not allowed to feel, because if we do, then we're looking at it angry or bitter, or when really we're just tired.
Yeah.
And the natural reaction is going to be, leave me alone, don't talk to me. But we're tired.
We are tired. Okay, so Mr. Johnny said, the pandemic has allowed me to see what my wife does and her true value. Having spent more than the normal time with her, it's revealed to me what she does that I didn't see before. I think the pandemic probably is doing that for a lot of men, because they're in the house with their women a lot more. That is so sweet. I know Mrs. Morrison's probably like asleep right now, but that is amazing. I wish you could see that, Mr. Johnny. Oh, that's beautiful. David said, right, I'm tired of the strong black woman narrative. Well, that's why we're talking about women as a whole. You know, we're just talking because we're all black women, but at the same time, we're talking to all women, all ladies, like I said before, of all nationalities and races and everything. This is all for all of you guys. One SB said we're officially acquainted. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Oh, the best thing you said, that was very sweet, Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny, you got props from the ladies.
The best they you says, yes, that's true. They don't understand sometimes. And I'm telling you, sometimes you need to take that moment to be able to restart our state of mind, because if not, it won't be good for us. And it won't be good for anybody else.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yes.
So David K said that will have you stressed, depressed, and have anxiety. And that's true. Exactly. You know, you need that time. You need that time to stop. And I think, like Mr. Johnny said, during the pandemic especially, a lot more men are at home with their women or with their families. So they are really getting to see what an everyday life kind of thing looks like, or see how much a woman does when they're not home. So, you know, it's an eye-opener for the men too, this pandemic. I think it's an eye-opener for both sexes, to be honest. Yeah. And I think the pandemic is also testing a lot of relationships. Yeah. It's very interesting to see if the numbers of maybe the divorce rate or breakup rates, if they accelerate after the pandemic. Because I did hear and see some stuff on the news about it, and they were saying that people are splitting up because of the pandemic, because they're getting into more arguments, because they're not used to being with their significant other all the time at home. So it's really interesting to see what this pandemic is doing and if your relationship makes it out.
But that's crazy for it to be a pandemic, for you to finally realize this and that about your partner. It's just crazy.
Facts.
Like, you really didn't know your partner. Like, it shouldn't take this. Yeah. Like,
do you guys feel that you didn't really know your partner, if that's the case? Or is it just the fact that you're not used to, in everyday life, you're just not used to spending as much time with each other?
That means you don't know that person if you're not used to it. You wasn't around them enough to be used to it. So you don't know them.
Right.
You don't. That's just
the truth. For me, I study people. So it's natural for me to study my partner. So I already know, but for us to be, you know, with each other day in and day out, it's giving me more insight to who he is. Not that I didn't know, but just to see like who he is and how he operates throughout the day. It's really no different than what I've already been paying attention to.
Yeah.
And I think it's women, we do that anyway. We pay attention to, you know, everything. Just not as just, you know, as in relationships, but just because we have a natural intuition that already leads us anyway. But especially in relationships and in the relationships that we are in, we tend to notice a lot of things anyway.
Okay, so do you feel that we are, as a race, do you feel that we are supported by men? Do you feel that women are supported by men genuinely?
I feel that my partner supports me.
So what did you say? So Nia, you said not enough?
Not enough. I mean, I'm saying but you said in general, meaning
in overall, general, just in general.
I don't think not enough, because men don't understand. They don't.
No, I don't feel that we are supported as enough from, you know, not from men, and not even sometimes from women, but especially from men, because men, I feel like, and fellas, you can correct me, but I feel like that men, because they're already the dominant race, some of them still have that stigma like, can no woman tell me what to do? And so we're already second to them. Not to say that we're above them, because we are. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times we don't get a say. We just have to sit back and just, you know, let whatever happens. And then when we do finally stand up and say something, then we're shut down, you know, because we're talking too much, or we don't know our place. somebody told me that, and I became so triggered. But that's what tends to happen. So a lot of times, no, I don't feel supported by men, and it's not until the men I feel like until we have like an actual conversation with the men, and they're willing to listen and be open and receptive, is when they'll start understanding. But it's not until that moment that until we have sit down. It's not until that moment to when they really start to listen and pay attention.
Right. And I agree. One SP said the pandemic has shown me showing me as a full-time single parent the real value of our educators, faculty, staff, and school boards. Shanita is one of those. Thank you very much. And I love both of my sons to death, but they are a handful. So he's seeing, okay, the difference. He's appreciating the school, okay. The best day you said no, it's because of the pandemic. Everyone is stuck at home. We do everything at home. We even going on a date is at home. So now that you're home, you have more time to pay attention.
Yeah.
A day with Kay said, right, Nia, there could be more support given. So by the men, they could be. Mr. Johnny said, I think the problem was that pre-pandemic, we were living in autopilot. I had my role and my wife had hers. We both understood this. Being at home has taken away my role and has forced me into her world. I love that.
Aww.
I love that. It's true. If you think about it. Mr. Johnny has a little baby. Like, he's so young. Mr. Johnny, how old's your son now? Because so I'm assuming Mrs. Morrison stays at home. She's a stay-at-home mom right now. But yeah, he's a little baby. He's so cute. Okay. Anna said she'll see us later. She's trying to stay until the end, but she's falling asleep. No, that's fine. I understand. You had a little party.
You had a busy day. You had a busy day.
Here. Thank you.
Down, so
good night.
I get it. Ayana, window XP shutting down. Yeah, that's you. Right? So you good. You good.
Okay. So so the general census of the women is that they don't feel that men support us as much as they should, and that we could get a little bit more support. Do you feel, and ladies and men in the chat too, do you guys feel like there's competition between females and the males in today's society and on YouTube?
Are you asking us, or that was for the chat?
For everybody.
Us in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Say that again. Do we feel there's competition with men and women?
So do you feel like there's competition between men and women in today's society and also on YouTube?
For me, I have to say 50-50. It's give and take.
So
no.
Yes and no, because when you think about, so let's talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the NBA and you have the WNBA. There's competition like a mud because the WNBA does not get supported like the NBA does. You don't hear a whole lot of, commercials and like ads and, reminders about the WNBA when their season is up. But you hear everything about the NBA.
Right.
Correct me, fellas, if I'm wrong, because I'll stand corrected. But there is like a competition. Now, not say that men don't support the WNBA, but you will have more people going to the NBA.
Right, the women and the men are going to the NBA.
Yes. So I feel like that could be some type of competition there because the women have to constantly prove themselves to be, who they are and what they do. Especially with women who do like men's jobs, there's competition there. Like, people who like women who do like construction and probably do a better job than them, or
drive trucks and everything.
Be right there with them, mechanic women.
Yeah.
Competition there. In the hair industry world with the barbershop, barbers, men feel competition there because women are precise. Right.
Men don't want to go to the female barbers.
Why? They don't.
They feel like we can't. They feel like we can't.
Right. We feel like they're going to take their jobs, and it's not a place for a woman. In church, women aren't supposed to be preaching, not supposed to be in the pulpit. You know, it's competition. It's
It's
yes, to
50-50.
answer
It's
your
true.
question.
And that's the
Yes.
thing. It's like there's supposed to be more, but there was more male CEOs of companies than there are women CEOs of companies. And there's way more male partners in companies than there are more female partners in companies. Now, yes, I feel like there's a strong female movement happening nowadays. Absolutely. Women are now starting to be like, wait, hold on a second. What's going on? Okay, a man's doing that, but guess what? I can do it too. You know, and women are stepping up and taking on these roles, and are like, no, we're gonna stop this. You know, this needs to stop because we could all do it. It doesn't matter. But I agree.
Right.
I feel like there is still a lot of competition between men and women,
and the roles are changing now. It's some men that do hair, and they can do hair way better than females.
Honey, honey, makeup.
Yes.
Makeup. They doing the makeup too.
Makeup.
Exactly.
You got male stylists that can style you better than a fit. What? You snatch.
It's
snatch, honey. Give me your face. Thank you.
There are some role reversing happening. Guys, tell us. I know there's men in here. Okay, so one SP said, I retired from the military, looking forward to parenting full time, but homeschooling was on my agenda when I ACAT from the army. Thank you to all the educators for putting up with my children. Nia's always neutral. He feels like you're always neutral, Nia.
Who said that?
One SP. I said I love WNBA. Atlanta Dream forever.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
One SP, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And about Nia being neutral. And I even prefer women do my petty mani at the spa. Of course.
So you don't want a man touching your feet?
See? Chacha AB, good morning, darling. Good morning. It's not for us, but good morning to you. welcome to the chat. So, okay. So, yes, there is competition in society. Absolutely.
Even in the military. I thought about that too when he said the military.
Yeah.
Women are not treated the same as men in the military. I wasn't in the military, but my ex-husband was. But the women would, have their conversations, and there was things that they couldn't do that the men could do. And then, like when women became sergeants, their company wasn't respecting them because they were women. They'll respect the male sergeant before they respect the female sergeant. Yeah, so it's everywhere. It's in every field, in every career field.
Donizi's TV said, I've never seen a woman as my competition. So you believe in fair love, right?
You see how we all like. Okay.
Oh, no, that's wonderful. Okay, so. Oh, wait, hold on. The chat's moving. Cheek by Nick's laughing. Miss Torin, I have men and women do my nails. As long as they do a good job, it doesn't bother me. So do I. And let me tell you something. Some men are actually better at doing nails than the ladies. There are some men that are better than the ladies that do a nicer job. Like, it's like they make it so neat and
precise.
They take time with their fine.
Yes.
I be looking at them sometimes like, are you straight? But they are. They have their wives working with them in the salons lots of the time. I mean, it's amazing. I have a man do my nails. Shoot, I ain't worried about it.
Facts.
Okay, so do you feel and everybody else in the chat too, do you guys feel that there is competition here on YouTube between women?
Well, I'm sorry, Nia. You wanna go ahead?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what we were talking about earlier, yes, I do feel this competition, and it still surprises me that someone would feel that I am in competition with them in the first place. That they have to do what they do and steal from us in the first place. I never imagined that I would be part of something like this when I started my YouTube. But in the YouTube field, yes, I feel like there is competition. Why? Because like people said all the time that YouTube is a big enough platform for everybody.
Everyone.
But for whatever reason, people still feel like they need to compete. And I don't know why.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
I
I get
think
it for the motivation sake, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. Go ahead, girl. Go finish.
And I say I understand it for the motivation sake, you know, to keep pushing, but to see it as I have to beat this person, it's like for what though? Because we're all gonna get the same thing
Right.
from YouTube anyway. I mean, maybe different avenues will be open from it, but as far as YouTube is concerned, who I'm trying to beat? Who? Because nobody really won. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all after the same thing. Whether we get it, you know, now or, you know, 2 years from now, we still going to get the same thing.
Right. I feel like on YouTube as well, people that may watch My Life is Nia's channel may not be the same people that's going to watch Shanita's channel or my channel. So why is there this sense of competition here on YouTube? I don't get it, because all three of our channels are very different from each other. None of us do the same type of stuff. I think we may dab in a little bit, but majority of our channel is very different from each other. So we are going to grab the attention of different people that want different things from us. So why is that we're in competition with one another when realistically we can just be uplifting and, you know, and supporting one another? I don't understand. And I thought it was crazy before when I used to see it with the big YouTubers. I was like, wow, like that really happens on YouTube, like real people. But now that I'm on YouTube myself, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. I think it's crazy still, guys. I still think it's crazy. But I get it. Now that you're on YouTube, I didn't think YouTube has as much drama as it does, but it does, guys. It does.
Well, what say you?
Huh?
What say you?
Yeah.
I feel like women in general is already competition all the time. You know, we always have to be accepted. So I think it's more of a personal reason why women always want to be in competition when it comes to YouTube. They feel like if I get more views, that many people like me, that many people paying attention to me. So it's always more of a personal reason why females always got to compete with another female. That's just like with social media. When you see a woman with a big old booty, she get hella likes versus this other person that posts a picture, she gets 10 likes. You know, that plays a big factor. It's like, oh, all these people love me. They comment on my picture. Oh my gosh, I'm this. You know, but you only got this because you half naked. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to that. So I feel like that's why females are always in competition on YouTube. It's deeper than just being a YouTube creator. You know what I'm saying? It's much deeper than that.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. One SP, so you know what? Show you that men are afraid to do men petty manis. I'm going to vlog a man doing my petty mani at the spa. Laugh out. Mr. Johnny said, personally, I think competition is a good thing. It generates innovation. It may make you work harder, for real. Like, I can see where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like with Nita, like,
I feel like you can take the competition and turn it into something positive and go harder, right? You can do that. So I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, that's what I was like, okay.
Y'all can disagree. Like, correct me. Correct Mr. Johnny if you want. I mean, it's up to y'all ladies.
I can see where he's going, but when it comes to competition, envy comes along with that, and then you turn everybody against that person, just like what somebody's already doing. You know what I'm saying? So when you competing with someone, you always trying to win. You trying to do everything in your power to dim that person light. So that's when that envy come along with the competition. So I see what area you're trying to come from, Johnny. But as far as from a woman perspective, you know, it's
I agree, Nia. And Johnny, Mr. Johnny, 25. I love you so much. I love your channel. I love what you do. All right, I simply enjoy it. All right, your channel is so lively. You have background. You're funny, and
He dresses amazingly on that show.
All right, you're awesome. However, okay. However, no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It does generate innovation, but I feel like it generates innovation for somebody who wants to be innovative. And that's, it's because not everybody has the same mindset to want to be creative, who wants to be original, who wants to work. But for those who do, yes, it does. It makes me want to go harder because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, and it clicked for me one day when I was watching this one particular YouTuber, Trey Melvin. He's not a YouTuber anymore because he quit, but he's on to other things now. But I watched him, and I watched his channel, and I watched how he edited, and then I watched how he did certain things. And for me, I was like, I studied him, like, oh, this is what I want to do. This is how I want the type of comment review. This is how I want my channel to be if I were ever to do it. Because when I first started watching him, it was back in 2009, 2010. Wow. Yeah. But I just stopped because I'm like, I don't have time for this. YouTube is not really my main concern right now. And then, fast forward to 2015, I started seeing him again, and I seen how much his channel had started to grow. So I was like, oh wow. So I really started to study him. I was like, you know what? I should do a YouTube too. I can do that. But I never innovative to want to or motivated to want to do it in the first place. But then when I started to get more into it, then I started to be more innovative, and I started to want to create, and I started to upgrade my editing skills. Like, so yeah, it does. It wasn't a competition though for me. Maybe it was more like a fangirl thing. I don't know. Yeah. But in terms of competition, I think, like I said, the innovation comes for somebody who wants to be.
Exactly. I totally, absolutely agree. This Uneasy TV says true. We all draw different crowds. A Day with Kay says, right, everyone has different content. So why the competition? I don't want to watch 3 people with the same content. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jassy Cooking said that's true. And hello, darling. Thank you so much for sharing me out. I really appreciate you. Lord knows they lived, gave the cool face. One SP said, I don't believe in competition because I always win. It does not matter what gender. One SB always wins. From game night. Yeah, we won. We did win. We won yesterday.
One SB.
Jazzy Cooking laughed. Donisi said, my life in blue cakes definitely makes the views go through the roof. One is, I don't try to win, I just do it. Dancehall status, hi ladies, good night. Hello, Dancehall status, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to thumbs up the live on the way in. Thank you so much. One SP said it comes naturally to win. I hope Nia would be in the chat box on Gentleman's Night. Let me tell you something. These ladies will be there. We support one another.
Who said that? Who said that?
One SP.
One SP.
He gonna be on here? He gonna be on your panel?
No, he's on the panel, but yeah, he'll be here. He said he's gonna be here, so yes.
We're gonna be here. Don't you worry. Needn't you worry.
Okay, so ladies, how do you guys juggle being a content creator and your everyday life as a woman? Do you find it a struggle? Like, is it really a struggle?
Not me, because this is me on and off every day.
Okay, so Nia says she doesn't find it that much of a struggle. How about you?
I want to comment on what Mr. Johnny 25 says. We all want to grow on YouTube, to grow in our niche. We need to know who our competition is. Okay. We need to learn from our peers. That way we can stand out when we create content, or when we content create.
I agree.
That I'm speechless. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Mr. Johnny be dropping knowledge. I'm telling you, he be dropping these gems daily.
Because I was like, you know what? All right, light bulb. Like, you're right. You're right. I give you that.
Yeah.
Let me read that again for myself.
But in a sense, when you know someone is competing with you, you can find yourself overdoing what you're doing because you know that person is paying attention to you. So you feel like you have a point to prove that I am much better. So you have to be careful when it comes to that too, because I know I have caught myself doing that a time or two. Like, okay, so let me go ahead and do what I really need to do to make sure I top that. I think
Let me focus on me.
I agree. I think healthy competition is okay.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with healthy competition? You know, because it's making you strive to be better every day, right?
Yeah.
So I see where he's coming from. Okay, Mr. Johnny, you got that one again. Okay, Mr. Johnny. Okay.
We're gonna let you live, Johnny, all right?
We're gonna let you live.
So V, let me ask you something. I'm probably the first one asking you something on your show.
Oh,
so you know I got to
Okay, go ahead.
So how can you tell when it's an unhealthy competition as far as being a YouTube creator? Oh, on B show? On B show?
Okay, so I feel like you can tell when it's unhealthy.
I would never. That's my sister. Shut up, Nita.
Let me tell you. Okay, I feel like you can tell when it's unhealthy competition when it starts taking you out of character. If that competition starts taking you out of your daily or regular character, then something isn't right. And that's when you really need to evaluate. Do I need to stay in this competition with this person? Or should I remove myself from this situation and start competing and just do something different? I think that is the one sign to realizing when the competition is not a good it's not the good competition type. I think
I need to know that for myself. That's all.
That's asking for myself.
Do y'all agree? I don't know. Like,
I strongly agree. I agree. But sometimes you can be so far, you can be so deep in that you don't notice your character, but other people can be like, girl, you shouldn't have said this, you shouldn't have said that. But when you in the heat of the moment, you don't care what comes out. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you feel like competition is good, or do you feel like it's good to be inspired by somebody?
See, that's two different things. I think when you're in competition, it's kind of like you trying to be better than that person. When you aspire, you want to be just like that person. So that's the difference with me.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So Cecilia Nurse T said, yes, it pushes you. I don't want competition. It's more like, let's push each other on the game. Let's put each other on the game. Right. Okay. So that's like tying into our sisterhood too, right? So I agree with that. And she said we both gonna win that way, which is true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Miss Green said when you were being tricky and reckless, and she's like, yes, right, Nia. Cecilia Nurse said, yes, right, Nia.
So let's say for the sake of this conversation that we don't know each other, but we see each other as competition. Or let's say it's outside of a sisterhood, because we really know each other, so I can put in the count. But just outside of a sisterhood, like Nurse C said, sis, we both won't win. Yes, but let's just say that we don't know each other, but we both are looking at each other like, she's my competition right now. She's the one I have to try to, beat in a sense. You know what I mean? Like person. You have Louis Vuitton and you have Michael Kors. Neither one of them is better than the other, but they both are different. They both have different brands, I guess. Right. You know what I mean? And it's not because I don't feel like they compete. I don't know what the starting stages were for them, but not necessarily that they compete with each other, but they just keep putting out more, different products than the other. Maybe they may have more wallets, maybe they may have more questions, the one other may have more bags. Maybe the other may have more, types of purses. Maybe they have more. Maybe Louis Vuitton has more leather purses than Michael Kors has satin purses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so can I ask a question? Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys feel that you compete with somebody on YouTube? Is there somebody that you guys feel that you are in competition with? You don't have to disclose like who that person is or whether I just want to know, do you actually like compete with someone else on YouTube? Like in your mind when you're doing your stuff for your channel?
I don't compete with anyone, but I feel like people are in competition with me, especially as the small YouTubers. I think a lot of small YouTubers are in competition with everyone because everybody trying to get to that main goal. Everybody trying to get their watch hours. So everybody's just like this, everybody dropping lives constantly. So I think I'm not in competition with anyone at all, period.
I don't, I had to get comfortable, y'all. So I don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody, but like you said, I feel like people are in competition with me.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. But whatever.
Right.
I won't say that I'm in competition with anybody, but I will say that I am inspired by other people. It's other YouTubers, like for me, if I see the video, I'm like, okay, that looks fun. I think I can do that too. And then I'll put my own little spin on it. Not that I'm stealing those ideas, but big YouTubers is, things have already been happening or whatever that's already being going on YouTube for different challenges and stuff like that. Then, but I wouldn't say that I am in competition.
Right.
For me, I think I'm more inspired by concepts and ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't feel like I'm in competition with anyone now. I feel like some people compete with me.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I honestly genuinely do not compete with anybody because I don't feel like my channel is like other channels. Like I feel like I've got a different niche, and maybe it's because I'm not watching necessarily the channels that are just like me, but I see the people that do stuff that I like that I'm interested in. But I don't see it as competition. Instead, I feel like I'm inspired by other creators. I personally like to be inspired by other people. And that's where I more come across as a creator, is that I get inspired by other creators that are winning, that are doing amazing things. I try and tie that in with how can I create something to that level or whatever, but I don't feel like I'm in a competition with anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a need because, like you said before, there's going to be certain people that click with certain people. It's all different. Like people may not like my personality, or may not like what I do on YouTube. They may love what you guys do,
Right,
So, I mean, I don't feel like there's a need for competition. I don't know why there is competition on YouTube, but there is. It's very heavily saturated.
It is.
Miss Taurine said, my answer was in response to how you know when you have unhealthy competition. Okay, yeah. Cecilia Nurse T said, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, I just peep what they're doing, but I love clapping for women afar.
Yeah.
Friend or not. And they said, the purse thing was a great metaphor, Nita, because it's like they're doing what you're doing. Valid point. Robin 101 said, hey, y'all. Hey, Modest Nation said, true. Hey, Robin. There is healthy competition, though. There is healthy competition. You can have healthy competition on you.
I don't.
I feel like there's healthy.
I don't see it. I don't think
some people have that. Some people have a competitive nature in order for them to function.
Well, why are you trying to compete? Why are you trying to compete with me?
I don't know if you all were watching the Kobe Bryant funeral when Michael Jordan got up and spoke, and he would say that him and was it Michael Jordan or Shaq? One of them, they were on the same team, but both of them are extremely competitive. And I think it was, I can't remember if y'all in the chat, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Either it was Shaquille O'Neal or it was Michael Jordan, and they would have to constantly tell Kobe, there's no I in team, and his would probably be, yeah, but there's a me in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So for that, they were competitive in that because they're just constantly just trying to push each other because they know that they can be better. I don't think it was a thing of I'm better than you. I'm gonna carry this team. But it was just a need to be better than before. So I think in that it can be it's kind of tricky. It can be healthy, but sometimes egos can get in the way.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the egos. That's the
Yes.
problem. It's when people just switch and it changes. That's when it starts changing to unhealthy competition.
That's what I'm saying.
Because now, you're changing the person that you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm
switch
saying.
Has gone off,
Yeah.
and boom, you've changed. You know
You
what I mean?
up.
So, I mean, that's when you kind of dabbling between the lines of healthy competition and not healthy competition.
But it will cross over to that, though. It will eventually. It will cross over.
That's true. Modest Nation said, I do watch others and they push and motivate me to do better. So that's what I would say, Modest. It's more of an inspiration thing, though, rather than a competition thing. I
think that the reason why it gets tricky is because a bond hasn't been created. So when it's just with somebody that you really haven't connected with, then it gets really tricky and it gets really sticky. It's like, okay, now you're just trying to do stuff inside of me. You're not really trying to push each other. So I think it's important to create a bond so you have some type of common ground, because we know at the end of the day, this is what we're really doing. Like, yes, it's healthy competition, but we're gonna come back, to the middle, to this common ground. You're like, all right, man, you did good. High five to you. Good job. But I'm gonna do better than you next time. That type of healthy competition. But when there's like, you against me and there's no bond at all, then it becomes like
something else.
Right.
So let me ask y'all, would y'all do that with each other then if it's so friendly? Could y'all do that against each other?
Do what? Compete?
Yeah, be friendly. Compete against each other.
So I'll
compete on family game night.
Yeah, that's a game. Yeah. Not saying in general, y'all too, but so many people saying a friendly, you could be friendly. That's what I'm saying. And why wouldn't you? It's because things can go downhill. So that's why I say I don't believe in the whole friendly competition thing, because look what can happen. That's why I say I don't believe in it.
I don't believe in it either. I don't believe that I could go in answer to questioning. I don't believe I can go in competition with any of you guys. No.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that need to have a competitive nature with any of y'all or any of you guys in the chat either. I just don't.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, some people feel like they can have a friendly, not just you, but some people feel like you can't do that with your friends. But I feel like you can't do it with your friends, because why would you want to do that with your friends? You gotta
be careful, because it's your friendship group, or it's your sisterhood, because things change.
Yes.
Friendships can change when you bring competition into it.
That's what I'm saying.
Women, I don't know why us women do this, but we do this to each other all the time. And the competition just starts going negative. It goes negative. When you start doing that with friends, I just don't believe you can be in a competition with your friends.
That's what I'm saying.
And when you do, I don't think it's going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out in the best way it's supposed to. This is a game. Like, it's just a game. That's fine. But when we talking about we competing with careers, we competing on some serious stuff.
Right. But what is a friendly competition is what I want to know. What is a friendly competition?
So
let's go to the chat.
I think friendly competitions kind of began with bets, I think. I bet that you can't do this. And then if you don't win, then, I win this one. And then I feel like from there, it'll start to slowly build into a competition. Because, when you put money in things, it kind of just changes the dynamic of everything.
Right.
So, but I think the reason why to do to be a friendly competition, my only logical reasoning would be because just to motivate.
Let me just motivate myself.
I mean, that's the safest word I can use.
All right, let's see what the people have to say about this whole talk. Okay. So we're going back a little bit. So A Day with Kay said, yes, it was Shaq that said that. Laugh out loud.
But
said, that's called jealousy and bitterness, not competition. She also said Nina's editing skills is fire. We all agree.
Yeah.
Modest, we all agree.
Thanks.
And it makes me want to do better. I'm happy for her. I want her to be great. But watching her videos does motivate me to do better. That's so nice.
Aww.
That is so nice. Okay. David K said, yes, I definitely get inspired by different people rather than our family, whether they're family or friend on social media. Mr. Johnny said there's a massive difference between competition and being competitive.
It is.
I agree.
It is.
No, there is.
You get to expound on that, Johnny 25.
Mr. Johnny, would you like to expound on that?
Because you can't just be saying stuff that you're saying and just move on like you say what you said.
Exactly.
Could you please elaborate?
And Modest agrees with Mr. Johnny. Cecilia Nice T said she agrees with Nia. Miss Torian said, yes, why not? Let's compete. The career one might not work out though. Okay. I don't know. Like, I feel like if we're playing games, then yeah, of course, you get friendly competition all the time. That's not the issue. But I feel like when you start competing, like, say for instance, guys, as creators, we all start competing against each other. You're going to end up at loggerheads with each other. It's not going to turn out a pretty sight. I just don't see it. I don't see how it would. I agree with Nia. Like, I can't see it. I don't feel like, because we all want to get there. We all want to be great. And say I'm in competition in my head, or me and Nia are in competition. She goes and gets monetized before me, right?
Yeah.
Start making me feel jealous about her, and then she may start like saying things or whatever, you know. And I think that she just thinks she's all that. It turns the friendship completely. So I agree with Nia. I don't think you can compete with friends. I don't think it's a healthy situation to compete with your friend. I think it turns out into a positive situation.
So let's put it this way, outside of you two. Let's say Nia makes a hella mean banana pudding, but B says that she also makes a mean banana pudding. And then, you know, it's like, okay, but yeah, mine is better because I use this ingredient. And you say, well, no, mine is better because I use this. And then it's like, okay, let's put it to the test. Let's see who likes who's banana pudding better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff like that, I believe, turns into a friendly competition, which may lead to other avenues. Because, you know, you have bake-offs and stuff all the time. You have, Nia left. Yeah.
I'll drop the chat. I'll drop the link back in the chat so that she can come back up. But yeah, carry on.
But okay, yeah. So when it comes to things like that, because you have different types of ice creams, you have different types of banana pudding, you have different types of pies, you have different types of watches, and I'm sure that these people know each other. Matter of fact, Robin 101, she has period panties.
Right.
Somebody else who has, you know, something similar to that will feel like they need to compete and will, you know, say, you know, something, or, you know, my stuff is better than yours. Let's just see who likes it better. I feel like
baking is a little bit different. I agree with you. Baking is a little different. Like cooking and stuff like that, that type of competition is different, right? But say me and you, okay, you hear I'm going for this job interview at this specific place. You decide you want to go for the same job interview at the exact same place. Now, don't you think only one of us could get the job, right? And one of us get the job. Now, is that competition good in a friendship? Tell me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Thank you, Mama. I don't think so.
Yes. You know, it's not a friendly competition. You're just trying to steal my job. Yeah.
Tori said we should add Mr. Johnny to the live. Now I don't mind adding Mr. Johnny to the live, and he's always welcome on this live. Absolutely. Yes. But I just know that I don't know if he's in bed watching this, like, or he's chilling because it's really late for him where he's at in London. So if Mr. Johnny, if you would like to join the chat, please feel free to click on the link because people want to hear from you because you are bringing a different aspect today. So please feel free to click on the chat, but obviously if you're not ready to come on, then you don't have to. Don't feel like you have to.
Or you can just turn the video off, turn the camera off.
Right, exactly. Or you can turn the camera off if you want to. That's also an option. So Molly said, "No, I can't agree with you, V. Can't be. Why can't you be happy and not be jealous? Why not use Nia being monetized before you as a motivation and push you to do better?" Now, but that's what I'm saying. It's more of an inspiration type thing for me rather than a competition thing. Like I wouldn't be feeling like, because sometimes people change when they start doing better, getting monetized. You hear it all the time. All the YouTube tales. Oh, when this person got monetized, they completely changed, right? They don't talk to the little people no more, but now they're monetized. You hear that potentially could happen in a friendship. Yes. It may not be Nia that's doing anything different, but maybe I would take it different or I look at her differently because I see her being different. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I just don't feel like it's healthy, that friendship type situation.
Because listen, if one of you girls were to get monetized before me, I wouldn't feel the way. I would feel happy. Like when Modest got monetized, I was so excited for her because she worked so hard for it. You know, she put in the time, she put in the effort, she put in work. So for her to finally get monetized, it was like we got monetized because I was right there with her, you know, supporting her as much as I can, commenting on videos, commenting on her lives, you know, being active and all of that stuff. So when she got monetized, I got monetized. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when one of you girls were to get monetized before me, we got monetized because we put in the work, we put in the hours, we supported each other, we, you know, was doing all the things. So no, and then it'd be, you know, motivation for me. That means I'm next because you're not the way, you don't got yours, so I'm next in line. You know what I mean? Type thing. So I wouldn't feel like no.
I'm actually pretty intrigued. I can't believe that the conversation has gotten to how competitive women are. I feel like this live has now turned into a whole thing of realizing how competitive women are and how we look at things completely different to one another. That's amazing, guys. That's really interesting. I've definitely learned something. A Day with Kay said, and what if you think it's a friendly competition and the other person doesn't take it that way? Everyone doesn't think the same. And that's exactly what I said. So Kay's probably agreeing with me when I said, you know, she may not be doing anything wrong or thinking anyway, but I may take it wrong or feel that she's doing something because I'm now in a competition with her. So, you know, I just feel like, I feel like you're treading on some really funny territory sometimes when you start bringing in competition with friends. That's just how I personally feel.
See, A Day with Kay, like I feel you because I'm not in competition with someone, but apparently someone, you know, people are in competition with me and we're, you know, friends. So it's like, but it wasn't even supposed to be like that. So why are you feeling like this? You know, I don't even know how to all I can say is to keep focusing on you, keep focusing on what you're doing, keep focusing on your content. Maybe that person will get a grip, or maybe they won't, but they ain't got nothing to do with you. Is what I try to keep reminding myself. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel, their feelings. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna keep doing me.
I agree. Good night, A Day with Kay. Thank you so much for coming, honey. Please come back anytime. You are more than welcome. You were great. Thank you so much. Thank you. You bring a different eye to it. So thank you so much. Mother, you should feel honored that they want to compete with you. Mother is trying to play devil's advocate tonight. Yes, you can feel honored that they want to be in competition with you. But it just, if it's an ugly competition, like I said, I just don't want it. Like, I'm a lover, not a fighter, Modest. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Nia, click the link. She said she's back. Nia, click the link.
Yeah. And she said, right, David K. See, David K can't even leave. She's like, man, this is getting good. Right, it shouldn't be that way. And that is absolutely correct. Absolutely. Bring Nia back here.
Sorry, guys. My phone.
No, you're fine. You're good.
It's all good.
I bet everybody like, dang, did she get mad? Did she get off? What's wrong with sis?
She just left. She said, no, there's competition. I ain't get it. Click.
Yes,
no, never, but y'all, never.
Okay. So now this is an interesting way we're going to turn it just a little bit, okay, guys? So we've done the YouTuber thing. We've done the sisterhood thing. Now I'm going to just end it with, you with your partner, because I just wanted to get a little deeper with you ladies tonight. So this is a question. So if you're single, as a woman, if you are single, or a man, because there are men watching, do you think it's okay to date multiple partners at the same time? Now, you're not sleeping with multiple partners, but it's okay to date.
You say as single?
Yes, you're single.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Because you have to talk to different people to know exactly what you want and what you like, and when you talk to several people, you always find one thing in this person, one thing in the next person, one thing in the next person. So I think it's kind of, I'm not going to say important, but I think it's good to talk to different people, because that just reminds you of what you do and what you don't want when you talk to several people. And it just makes you have your final, say so.
Right. I agree with you, Nia. I think that you can date multiple people.
Yeah.
Single too, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's actually better to stay single and, like Mia said, to figure out what you like and what you really want before going into a serious relationship with anyone, male or female. I mean, I know that a lot more times women are the ones that want to settle down real quick and be in this wonderful, amazing relationship with these men. And then a lot of the times it's the men that are still like, nah, I kind of want to stay single and date. And I can see why they do it. I see why they do it. I feel like they just they don't feel, I don't feel like a man is going to get into a relationship with anyone without really feeling like that's the one for them.
True. I also feel like people get dating confused with like companionship and partnership, and they take on a role that they weren't supposed to take in the first place. They just automatically start jumping into relationships and getting totally involved without even knowing somebody in the first place, because they hadn't took the time to actually court them. Because it's a courtship. It's not a relationship. We're getting to know each other. We need to take our time. So it's okay until you two have established some type of, okay, this is permanent now. We are in this together. We're gonna grow. But until then, yeah, you're free to date whoever else you want to date and figure out who you want to really be with. If that's what you want to do. Like, if you want to just, party hard and just do you, then do that. But yeah, you can be with other people. You're not bound to anybody because you're single. You can do whatever it is that you want to do.
Right. Marty said, why not? If you're single, you're free to do whatever you want, which is true. Miss Taurine said, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Modest Nation said, V, you need a talk show.
I told her that. This
saying this to me, and that's what I said. Like, my channel kind of fell into this. It wasn't what my channel was originally about, guys. I wasn't planning on doing the show at all. I wasn't planning on doing live at all. So, I'm falling in love with it now that I'm here. Okay, thank you though. agree, Ania. Mr. Johnny said it's exclusive. It's exclusivity is expected, then no, it's not right. If it's agreed between all parties, then date who you like. Now
Facts.
that's
I
like
agree.
if you've agreed that now, you know, me and you, it's just me and you date right now, we ain't seeing anybody else, then yes, you can't really go out and date other people. But if not, then it's free game.
Right.
To go
Right.
and what else you want to date. Okay, guys. So I have some other questions, but I'm actually going to hold on to them because they actually can fall in another live. And it's going to be a completely different live, guys. Honestly, I feel like it's amazing. I feel like we did a really good live today. I'm so grateful for Shanita Marie Randomly. My Life is Nia, Robin 101. And I am so thankful and grateful to everybody that came by today to show love and that was in the chat and that participated in today's live. I really, really appreciate you all. And I thank you guys so much. I just believe by saying this one thing. Us as women, we can do anything that we put our minds to. I don't believe we need to compete with one another, but I feel like we should lift each other up and support one another and push each other to do better. Absolutely. I am every woman. There is nothing that I can't do. And I just want you all to believe that because you're all beautiful inside and out. And what you create is yours. Okay, but you choose to share it out with the world. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you guys again so much for coming in on It's Ladies Night. I appreciate you all. Next week, the men take the stage. It's all about the men. I am so looking forward to that live. I think it's going to be juicy. I think it's going to be great. So make sure you guys come back and make sure you share it out because we want as much people in here as possible. And it'll be great to have some more men here in the chat. I think it's going to be amazing. So thank you guys again. Thank you, beautiful ladies. I appreciate you so much for spending the night. I love you guys and have a great rest of your week. I'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.